Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Urban Legend Bar and Grill. I'm the bar manager. My name is Bill. Today we're going to bring you back to the early 80s, to the old brickyard sections of Lynn, the city of sin. A musical based on the power of music and how sometimes we use music to overcome life's obstacles, such as urban renewal displacement, racism, and sometimes broken relationships. Today the audience will vote as 4 singers compete for the first prize. During today's performances, please shut off all your devices. No transistor radios. None of those old flash bulb cameras. And don't let me see none of those Sony Walkmans on your head. If you must use the restrooms, folks, please do so quietly at the back of the room. In case of an emergency, God forbid, use the exit the same door you came in. Run for your life, in other words. Today I would like to thank all our sponsors for making this possible. And last but most least, I want to thank all our military veterans. Veterans, please stand so we can recognize your service. And to all the veterans that are serving in harm's way, please join me for a moment of silence. Okay, folks, enjoy the show, everyone.
Welcome to the Urban Legend Bar and Grill in the heart of the Brickyard. My name is Anthony Tagliamonte, and I'm the proud club owner and your host for our 1982 Beyond the Blues Awards show.
Anthony!
That's my house band over there, the Blue Blazers. This guy's looking sharp, matching blazers. What did you do? Clean out the men's department at Hoffman's? Use your 5-finger discount? Let's hear it for the Blue Blazers. Hey, that's your cue to applaud. Come on, we can do better than that. The Blue Blazers! No, don't be shy. You want to clap, sing along, by all means, you're among friends here. And speaking of friends, it's great to see some of my old Brickyard buddies in the audience. Hey, Vincenzo. Every year another woman. What are you, the Italian stallion or something? Hey, Dominic. Where you been? In the witness protection program or something? I haven't seen you in years.
I think you know why I'm here, Tony.
Of course, to visit your old neighborhood and talk to your Brickyard buddy. Help him celebrate another Blues Awards show.
Yeah, that's it. By the way, Joey G sends his regards.
Oh, okay. Have we got an exciting show for you? After 3 rounds of open mic competitions, we're presenting our 4 finalists. Albie, Mary, Jack, and Shakira. Let's hear it. Now, the winner will receive the Distinguished Beyond the Blues Award and a $500 cash prize. Funds raised by patrons of the bar. At the end of the night, you will judge who has the best songs, stories, and performances. Now, I've asked the contestants to tell us a little background behind their songs, what the blues means to them, and some of the struggles they've had to overcome to get beyond the blues. I know these people, and their stories are an inspiration to me and I hope they are for you too. It's not easy to stand up here and bare your soul in front of a strange audience, so let's show them a lot of love and respect. That means clap real hard. They've been practicing this song for the band all month and they're ready to go. At the end of the first set, you can order another round of drinks, partake in some of our delicious barbecue buffet, and purchase some of these Urban Legend t-shirts. All proceeds go towards keeping the Urban Legend in business. You know, it's not easy keeping a neighborhood bar alive without a neighborhood. But for now, remember that you've been given a ballot to vote for the winner. We're going to collect them after the last song. I know this is Lynn, the city of sin, but you can only vote once. Sorry. Don't go anywhere. We'll be announcing the winner at the end. But first we have a special surprise for you. The contestants have decided to create a poetry slam for you called What is the Blues?
What is the blues? The blues ain't nothing but a good man feeling bad, or a broken heart making a good woman sad. My baby's gone, she's left me all alone. I got no money, I got no home. Gotta pack up my troubles and down the road I roam.
What is the blues? It's the hollers of African slaves toiling in the hot sun. A steady call in response to the cherished night comes. It's the rhythm of the master's whip snapping in their ears. Gotta sing about a better day. Gotta sing away the tears.
What is the blues? Broken hearts, broken lives, broken dreams, the loss of a loved one, the grief in your soul, moans, cries, screams, falling down an endless hole. It's being judged by your skin, by your money coming in. It's the poor people's blues. Climbing up the social ladder, don't push me down. It's my struggle that matters.
What is the blues? I mean, come on, it's 12 bars and 3 chords. A shuffling drum and a drive and bass, an electrifying guitar, bending notes in every space. It's a blues harp wailing and a screeching sax. It's a barrel house piano pounding and railing. And under a blues spotlight, a singer appears, igniting the night, emptying her soul to a fan's delight.
What is the blues? Rising from the bottom of life's barrel, it's the mother of rock and roll, the devil at the crossroads, Robert Johnson selling his soul. From the hollers of the slaves to the reigning B.B. King, the birth of the blues started everything. Gospel, jazz, and soul. When you've got troubles, the blues is where you go.
What is the blues? Rising up beyond the hard times, beyond the blues. Hear the mournful songs of women paying their dues. Bessie Smith, Billie Holiday, and Elizabeth Cotton. Bonnie Raitt, Irma Thomas, and Janis Joplin.
Musicians, singers, songwriters, masters of the blues. Their legends live on, igniting the fuse. Lead Belly, James Cotton, and Lightning Hopkins. Howlin' Wolf, Taj Mahal, and Eric Clapton.
Why we sing the blues?
I've got to let my troubles out.
I've got to rise up singing.
I've got to scream and shout.
I've got nothing but the blues. And that's what it's all about.
to hear from our first contestant, a local legend, and my lifetime brickyard buddy, Albie Tomlin.
Phew! You can probably see me sweating in the spotlight. I've never performed for so many people before. When I first heard I was a finalist, I couldn't believe it. Really? Me? I almost didn't show up for the first rehearsal. Oh, I was so nervous. But then I heard a $500 prize. I could sure use the money. I got my wife's medical bills to pay off. God knows they keep piling up. But who'd have thought, after all these years of songwriting, I now get a chance to win a musical award? Wow. See, looking out at you folks, I see friends and family. I see a lot of love. And that's what really counts. I've also got my fellow contestants on the chorus. This first song is called Nothing But the Blues. I got nothing but the blues, hear what I say. Nothing but the blues, night and day. I got nothing but the blues to see me through. One thing about the blues, you know they'll always be. I got nothing but the blues. I look in my mirror, I see flashing lights. I say to myself, something ain't right. Step out of the car, son, you're out of luck. Your car's being impounded, I called the tow truck. Your registration is a day overdue. You got nothing but the blues, I got nothing but the blues. Hear what I say? Nothing but the blues, night and day. I've got nothing but the blues to see me through. One thing about the blues, you know they'll always Oh, thank you. You're a great audience. Woo! Oh, God, okay. Before we move on here, I gotta fess up. Well, nothing in that song is true. It's all made up. I got the idea of the song of seeing a dead skunk flattened on the road. Must have been a tractor-trailer truck. I took one good long look at him and I said to myself, well, guess he had a bad day. So what would be a bad day for me? Let's see. Car impounded, losing my job, my wife, getting left with nothing. Nothing but the blues. 2 months later, I had a finished song.
And what a great song it is. Albie Thomas, what a good finest.
You the man, Albie. Great work, Albie.
Come on, dead skunk, you're killing me. You're hot shit. Let's go. Dead skunk.
I'm tired. I'm gonna go get a beer.
They broke the mold. Albie is going to have a little beer break, and then he'll be back. Okay, now you're in for a real treasure. Mary Hennessy has been coming to our open mics for the past 3 years, and you'll see she's gotten better and better. And I have to tell you, she's blossomed into an outstanding songwriter. So let's give a warm, urban legend welcome to the beautiful Mary Hennessy.
Thank you, Tony. Ladies and gentlemen, Tony Tag, everybody. The man keeping the blues alive in the It is such an honor to be here today at the Urban Legend. It is just such a great opportunity for me to practice my songs, to work with an amazing house band, and to just hang out with my friends. You know, I'm starting to record my songs at a recording studio, and as soon as I get the money put together, I want to put a whole album and release it. And if I win tonight, that's what I want to do with that money. But I'm probably going to end up buying groceries and clothes for my kids. This next song is called Run and Hide. Sometimes this song is so hard for me, I can't even sing it. My boyfriend and I have been living together for years, and I really, really thought he was the one, you know? We were going to get married and have kids, and we were going to live happily ever after, and it was just, you know, it was every girl's fantasy. And, well, he just left. He was just gone one day, and I was just devastated. I mean, what do you do when the person you love so much is just gone? They disappear. I never saw him again. Never. I didn't sleep for weeks. I cried all the time. I mean, talk about the blues, right? I mean, maybe it's just my luck to just find guys on the edge, or, you know, maybe I just didn't see the signs, but I ended up writing this song, and it really helped me to process everything I was going through, and I'd love to share that with you, and I really hope that this song does for you what it did for me.
Won't they choose to love me? know next time can't run from the blues. They're a part of you. Feel love comes your way, running high, like a little boy in a game, running high.
Mary Hennessy, everybody, remember that name. We'll be hearing a lot more from her in the future.
There
Look
is
for
no...
her debut album coming out real soon. We'll be sure to hold the release party right here at the Urban Legend.
Mary, there is no way that you should blame yourself. All right? You don't deserve to be treated badly. You're a fine lady. You're a fine lady.
Jack, ever since I've known you, you've always known to say the right thing.
What I say is true, though. What I say is true. You're a fine lady, but you're way too hard on yourself. Look, I'd be honored to have someone like you as a partner in my life.
Okay, next up, we have Jack Weber, a multi-talented musician, singer, and songwriter, and not to mention, he's the band leader of the Crossroads Blues Band. What have you got for us, Jackie?
Thank you, Tony. You know, you gotta love this guy, you know? A lot of club owners, they won't feature the blues. It's not pop radio, and it's not top 40. You know, it's definitely not where the real money is. But Tony is the blues impresario of the North Shore, all right? I mean, he is the urban legend. This guy, have you ever seen his house? Anybody? It should be made into this blues museum. He's got posters and photographs and autographed instruments, stuff that he's been collecting over the years over at Sandy's Blues Club in Beverly. Yeah. Tony, question. How many blues records do you even have?
You know, I never counted them. Probably 1,000. Speaking of albums, are you going to sing a song from your new release?
Yeah, it's the title cut, and it's called Born to Sing the Blues. You know, my story is gonna be tough for me to get through, so I apologize in advance if I start choking up or anything like that. I grew up here in the Brickyard, and graduated from St. Mary's, and I went straight into the Marines. What did I want to do? I wanted to serve my country. I wanted to fight for democracy, and I wanted to stop communism. Yes, sir. Three months later, I was in Nam. And one night, my platoon was out on patrol. And I heard these shots coming from a tree about 40 yards away. I screamed as bullets pierced my leg. I collapsed. And I looked up, and I saw the shooter about to finish me off. And so quickly I ran off around a fire, and I heard this loud thump on the ground as my buddies carried me away. I saw the enemy that I had killed. He was lying in the mud. And he was no more than 12 years forget his glazed eyes staring at me, and I have nightmares where his eyes are doing that, you know? Just looking you in your soul. And I still hear the sound of his body hit in the ground. The wound to my leg was my souvenir and my ticket out of Vietnam. After 3 surgeries, I still have a limp and some metal scraps stuck in my leg. So here's my song about all this. It's called Born to Sing the Blues. From the moment I was born till I left high school, I was taught to live by the golden rule. Obey the 10 commandments, don't you question every turn. Live for God and country, but damn got me to learn. I was born to sing the blues, born to sing the blues. I learned how to hate, how to kill my fellow man. You go hunting for gooks in the jungles of Vietnam. I obeyed all orders, no matter how cruel. I had to survive, it's what I had to do. I was born to sing the blues, born to sing the blues. Let the clouds go by, let the sun shine through. Only God knows why. We're born to sing the blues, born to sing the blues. When I got home, people called me awful names. Your baby killer and murderer. I still feel ashamed, betrayed by my country. I've got wounds deep inside. Every day I struggle just to stay alive. I'm born to sing the blues, born to sing the blues. Let the clouds go by, let the sun shine through. Only God knows why. We're born to sing the blues, born to sing the blues. Let the clouds roll by, and let the sun shine through. Only God knows why. We're born to sing the blues, born to sing the blues, born to sing the blues. Coming home. Coming home, everything was different. You know, I couldn't talk to anybody, and I felt all alone. And then there was this constant excruciating pain in my leg. The physical therapy and pain meds, nothing seemed to work. So I kept taking more and more and more pills. Eventually, I was popping painkillers every 2 hours. I made a big mistake. And I found a street dealer who had stronger medicine. At that point, I guess you could say that I became an addict. I ended up in rooming houses and then out on the street. But then a couple of my non-buddies, they went looking for me. They saw me under an overpass, piked out there, living there in Central Square. They picked me up under my arms just like they did. They put me in a car and they drove me directly to the Soldiers Hospital in Chelsea. I was in detox for 2 weeks and rehab for 2 more months before I left. What really helped me was that I came back to music. All right? I mean, it's almost as if music came back to me, you know? One night after getting out of rehab, I couldn't sleep. And I saw my dusty old guitar in the corner of the room like it was reaching out for me, and I picked it up, and I started playing some classic blues songs that I can still remember, and bang, I was hooked, all right? Music therapy in action, all right? And here I am now, I'm 5 years drug-free.
Yeah.
All right? Last week, by the way. All right? I'm singing the blues. I'm playing in my band, the Crossroads Blues Band, and I'm competing for a prestigious music award. I mean, come on, let's go. And if I win, I'll use the prize money for a new sound system for my band.
So well, doesn't it, folks? Jack Weber, everybody. You can hear his band, the Crossroads Blues Band, next month right here at the Urban Legend.
I'm just so impressed, Jack. You just have such a way with words. It was so amazing. I mean, I would love to, if you want it, but I could, maybe with your band, if I could sing the harmonies, or I could just come and, we could just practice, maybe?
No, yeah, totally, Mary. I'd be totally psyched. I'll talk to you after the show.
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
Thank you, Jackie. Next up, we have a final performance in the first half before we take a short 15-minute break. But first, let me introduce and have come up here, last but not least, Shakira Murray. Now, Shakira is only coming to our open mics for the past year, but already she's making a name for herself on the open mic circuit. An outstanding singer and songwriter, and not bad on the eyes, Shakira Murray.
Thank you, Tony. You're not too bad looking yourself. Shoes, your little shoes and everything looking good. I'll see you.
What, you doing? Trying to give me a heart attack? I gotta sit down. I'm breathing too heavy.
Love you, Tony. You know, he gave me my first paying gig. I sang at his family's Christmas party last December. Talk about food. Madonna mia. You Italians sure do know how to eat. 5 courses? And that's just the appetizer? Anyway, I'm very flattered to be considered one of tonight's final contestants. I've been busy doing open mics all over the North Shore. The hope is to join a touring band. So, here's some shameless marketing. If you know of a band who's looking for a singer, please tell Tony and he'll let me know. Blues, gospel, soul, Motown, rock and roll, you name it, I can sing it.
You got that right, girl.
All right, Albie. Been a litter all my life, which has its upsides and its downsides. My mom always tells me I have a Lynn attitude, whatever that means. I'll take it as a compliment. I think it means that I have a low tolerance for bullshit. I can spot a bullshit artist 10 seconds after he opens his mouth, sometimes even before he opens his mouth. And I do mean he. One good thing about us down-home Linders is we tell it like it is. Like my songwriting buddy Don White always says, I'm from Lynn, what can I say? People from Linders act that way. Another good thing is that I've met some real friends here. Not just friends that give you lip service, but friends who are there for you when you really need it. Before I begin, I have to give a shout out to my church fam, Albie. If it wasn't for him, he's always there for me when I need songwriting advice and has even taught me how to play the guitar for free. Albie, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't be standing on this stage tonight.
Just you wait, girl. Someday you'll be on a fancy music screen, and your name will be up in lights. Shakira Murray, the rising star from Lynn.
I'll be totally psyched when that happens. I hope you're right, Albie. I'm gonna do everything I can to get there. Oh yeah, the downside. Got the shit kicked out of me several times when I was in elementary school. I didn't fit in with the black kids or the white kids. I was so afraid to leave the apartment. I kept asking my mom, why is this happening to me? She just started to cry. So I stopped asking. We lived in America Park, a housing project for veterans and their families. The problem was, my veteran daddy went AWOL on us before I was 6. One day, these bullies were messing with me and I said, I ain't running from this anymore. Then I punched this freckled girl in the mouth. Blood came spurting out of her nose like a fire hose. She went off crying with her little gang. I stood there, my dress torn and my knees all scraped and bloody. But I stood up to them. My daddy was a Golden Glove boxer in his day. Must have got that uppercut from him. At least he gave me something. Those bullies never bothered me again.
hearing from all our contestants again after this short break. So, I will see you in 15 minutes. Since when have you been working for Joey?
Since when is that any of your business? Joey wants me to deliver you a message.
Oh yeah, what's that?
He wants his money.
I told him I'm waiting on a loan from the bank, then he'll get his money.
Joey knows the people at your bank. You ain't getting no loan. What you're gonna get is 3 choices. 1, you hand over that $500 prize money and the rest of the proceeds from tonight. That'll buy you 2 more months to pay off the rest of what you owe. Or 2, you sell this bar to that real estate developer who's already talked to you and your bank. Then you pay off Joey immediately. Or 3, you can comb through your bar tomorrow morning because it's going to be in ashes, looking for your souvenir photos. Then you're going to give that real estate developer, who just so happens to be an associate of Joey's, a real lowball price on your burnt out lot.
You bastard! I thought you were my friend.
Friend? Get your hands off me! Yeah, real friend. The way you stole Angela away from me back in the day.
Oh, you know that's not what happened. She was fed up with the way you were treating her.
You're a real Judas. You know, I saw her in the audience tonight. Maybe I'll say hi to her, see how she's doing.
You stay away from her. You hear me?
You back off, you jamoke. You listen to me. Joey wants me to remind you that your place wouldn't be the first to have an accidental fire around here. And don't go getting any ideas talking to cops.
So now you're threatening me.
Consider it friendly advice.
I never should have gone to that heartless asshole in the first place.
Hey, just like you, he's running a business, not a charity. Only difference is his business makes money. If you weren't such a lush, you wouldn't be drowning your bar in bankruptcy. Do you still match drinks with your customers? One for you, one for me? Joey's grown tired of your lame excuses. He wants his money now.
So that's it. 3 choices.
Yeah, and he wants his answer tonight.
Tonight? How am I supposed to give out the cash prize award? How am I supposed to pay my band, the bartenders, the waitresses?
That's your problem.
Okay, I'll give you my answer after the show. What happened to you? I thought we always stood up for each other during the tough times. Isn't that right, Dominic?
Tough times? Yeah, like when my mom abandoned me for the drinking binge she went on?
I told you. I asked my parents if they could take you in. They said no. They said it wasn't the right time.
Right
my mom
time?
was pregnant and my grandma was sick. Come on, you know that.
Do you think it was the right time for me to go into foster care? Maybe you didn't try hard enough.
Dominic, buddy, where you going?
I'm gonna go light a smoke. Remember what I said. 3 choices. Don't go getting ideas running off anywhere. I'll be sticking around to the end of the show, okay?
Where am I going? Legends. Sports legends from Lynn. Harry Aganis, Tony Canigliaro, and Tony Pavone. And how about those pictures of the Brickyard in the olden days? They called it the Brickyard because years ago there was a factory here that made bricks. Simple as that. The Brickyard was once a thriving neighborhood of Italians, Greeks, Irish, Polish, blacks, and Jews, all working-class people trying to provide for their families. Shoe factories, mom and pop stores, churches, synagogues, single-family houses, three-story apartments, and of course your local corner bookie. Everything you needed and within walking distance. Now it's all gone. Yeah, there was just one rule. You didn't have to love everybody. You didn't have to even like them. You just had to leave them be. But of course, we always support each other during the tough times. Isn't that right, Albie?
Yeah, that's right, Tony.
Yeah. In the summertime, our Brickyard buddies would sit out on the stoop. We played checkers and sing along with the radio, the Brickyard doo-wops. And then there was stickball.
You were like Ted Williams. The best. Remember the feast days at St. Francis Church with the parade of saint statues decked out with dollar bills?
Yes. The smell of pizza, fried dough, sausage and peppers, cotton candy, cannolis, ricotta pie, and homemade raviolis. Enough for everybody. Manja, what a feast.
Oh, but then in the 60s, the feds got this brilliant idea to wipe out urban decay. Like our neighborhood was rotten or something. So they decided to demolish the Brickyard and replace it with some ugly high-rise style cabinets with no character, no soul, and no community.
Yeah. They could have built their concrete slabs in their monopoly houses somewhere else, in some empty part of the city. How about the woods off of Linfield Street? But no, they sacrificed our lives for the sake of so-called progress.
You know, there's nothing like a neighborhood. I'd see my neighbors, my friends out raking leaves, shoveling snow, sitting on the stoop. But in the old days, my neighbors would have to come and visit my sick wife, cheer her up and bring her some home-cooked food. Now that I live in my concrete cubicle at Neptune Towers, I only see people in the elevator, and I don't even know their names.
Yeah. After they demolished the Brickyard, my home, my church, my neighborhood, and most of my bar customers all vanished. My sick grandma lived above us in our house on the Shepherd Street. My aunt, uncle, and cousins lived across the street in Darling Terrace. We had family and friends all over the Brickyard. We'd get together after Sunday Mass, in the church hall for, Italian pastries and sandwiches. Now it's a ghost town. Turned my neighborhood into a wasteland of mostly empty lots and weeds. You call that progress, I call it bullshit.
I call it greed. The banks, real estate agents, and developers and city officials were all in cahoots. They wanted rich people to move in and poor people to move out. Urban removal, bring on the yuppies.
Well, we weren't going to take this sitting down, no way. Let me tell you what my father, Rocco Tagliamonte, did. So one day, he sees a surveyor from the city in our backyard. He rushes out and grabs the shotgun off the rack, rushes to the backyard, and aims the barrel at the private parts of the surveyor. Hey, you Jamoke! Get off of my land or I'll shoot off your testicole. You'll be singing like a soprano in the boys' choir. Well, that surveyor scampered out of there like a jackrabbit. But he came back the next day with a police escort to finish the job. What could you do? My father didn't understand the concept of eminent domain. I'm a comer to this country. I'm a working my fingers to the bone. I make a nicer stone-cutting business. I buy a house. I raise my kids. And now they want to knock it all down. Casada. In the old country, we want to preserve everything. In this country, they want to get rid of everything. Burn it down, knocking it down. No history. How can they call it my house? An urban decay after all the work I put into it. Phenomenal. This place is no urban decay. This place is an urban legend. I came up with the name for the bar from what my father said.
Well, at least we were able to stage a big protest and save this entire block where the bar is now standing. The urban legend is the only place left where our displaced brickyard neighbors can come together and still meet their friends.
Yeah, but we've been barely able to survive over the years. Thank God for the help of our regulars and audiences like you who love the blues. I really appreciate it and desperately need your financial support. I gotta thank those of you who contributed last month and raised the money for the $500 cash award prize tonight. God knows I don't have money like that. Finances are tough. I'm sad to say I got some sad news. I'm in serious financial trouble. I don't know that we're going to be able to stay open much longer. This might be our last Blues Award show.
Whoa! What? No way! Come on!
I'm afraid so.
Tony, you can't let that happen.
Say it ain't so, buddy.
Tony, what are we gonna do? There's no place else like this.
Believe me, it breaks my heart. For the past 15 years, this bar has been my life, but I need more income to pay all my bills. I just don't know how I'm going to make it. A developer came by last week and made me an offer on the place. He wants to stick a condo here.
A condo. A condo where the urban legend bar and grill is located. That would be a sin.
I'm going to tell him where he can stick his condo. I'd rather go bankrupt than give in to those vultures. What am I going to do?
Speaking for everybody here, you know we'll do everything we can to help you.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Oh, I feel it coming again. Wait, Tony, I've got an idea. All right? We can bring together a fundraiser for you, just for you, all right? I guarantee you, all of the bands will bring in their fans, all right? We'll bring in the whole entire city of Lynn, all right? And we'll get you back up on your feet in no time.
You know, you can count us in. Yeah, we love you, Tony. Besides, you're the only show in town.
I'll get all our brickyard buddies together for this. Let's see. We can do raffles.
Oh.
We can do pledges.
And I can bring in my Washington Street Choir and my friends and family. I'll spread the word, and I'm sure they'll all come out and support us. Isn't that right, folks?
And I can do publicity. I know a guy at the Item. He can write a review. He can get publicity out for us. And I can even make a poster. I'll have all my friends put them up all over the city.
Wow. You guys are amazing. I know I can count on you. I have a special favor. I'm going to ask one of you later tonight to, enough of my struggles, my blues. Let's get beyond these and on to the second round of competition. Leading us off again is Albie Tomlin. Go get him, Albie.
Unfortunately, folks, this song is true. See, after the Korean War, I went down south to work in the oil refineries with my cousin Billy. See, being from the north, I had often experienced white people's racism. Slammed the door in my face when I tried to rent an apartment. Denying me an interview for a job. Nasty looks when I walked into the wrong bar in the neighborhood. Racism is everywhere.
You got that right. Remember that time we went to that open mic night in the burbs? As soon as we walked in the door, they were giving us the hairy eyeball. Then this big old ugly fella comes up and says, "Hey, what do you think this is, Detroit? We don't do Motown here." And I said, "Oh, I thought this was an open mic, not a Klan meeting."
And at that point, I escorted you out of the bar before you got us killed.
What an asshole. I wasn't gonna put up with that bogus bullshit.
Amen, sister. No way you ever should. But down south, the racism was even more intense. I couldn't use the same bathroom, water fountain, or eat at the same restaurant as white people. Now, what kind of bullshit was that? See, back in Korea, I lived and fought beside my white friends. But in Texas, they treated me like a lesser man. Called me boy. There was curfews for black people where you better not be caught out after dark. Never mind getting caught dating a white woman. It's the land of lynchings. I've never been down south again. One day, my cousin, a self-created union organizer, left for work and never returned. Just never returned. No trace of him anywhere. Nobody saw nothing. No witnesses, no clues. And the police didn't seem to give a shit. Now, what did they care about a missing black man? His body was never found. I still can't believe it. I searched for leads, but nobody would say anything. He just vanished. That's all. Was it the company's goon squad? The Klan? I guess we'll never know. My cousin's wife was totally devastated. There was nothing we can do to console her. One day I got a letter in my mailbox telling me, "Go back up north where you belong, or you'll be hanging from an oak tree." I got the hell out of there and I came back to Lynn. See, trying to get beyond my own grief, I wrote this song about my cousin's wife. It's called She's Gotta Hurt. She's gotta hurt inside, something that she just can't hide. No matter where she goes, on her face it always shows. She's gotta hurt inside, something that she just can't hide. And she knows that it won't let go. She's gotta hurt somewhere that she just can't hide. Even in the light of day, it never seems to go away. She's gotta hurt deep inside, something that she just can't hide. And she knows that it won't let it go. And she knows that it won't let go. She got her hurt so strong. She needs someone to right the wrong. Open up her heart again and let only love can make it go. No, only love can make it go.
I know what to say, Alan. I'm so sorry your family suffered. Such a sad and powerful song. Sometimes you have to let out all the hurt and pain. That's why we sing the blues. Come sit down, buddy. Have it. Here we go. All right. Now I'd like to invite back to our stage the beautiful Mary Hennessy. Mary Hennessy, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Thank you. This next song I just wrote. It is a blues country ballad, and it is, well, it's about my life right now. My husband, I told him I was going to sing this song tonight, and I told him I wouldn't if he didn't want me to. But he said he wasn't coming tonight, so he didn't care. I don't care. He says that a lot now, you know, when we actually see each other. You see, my husband was a foreman at Benson Shoe Factory. There's a lot of men like Tom, hundreds of men right now, who were out of work. He took it really hard. You know, he always thought of himself as the breadwinner of the family, and right now we're barely getting by, and his unemployment check ran out last month, and I had to get a part-time job waitress at a bar, and he really hated that, and then we had to move in with my mother because she had to watch the kids while I was working, and all of it just threatens his manhood. And every night this week, he's gone down to Cronin's bar with his buddies from the factory, and they call themselves the old cronies. But he's come home drunk every night, and I'm trying to love my husband. I know he loves his kids, and I know he loves me. I think he loves me. I don't know. But I don't want to give up on that. He's my husband. I believe in love. I believe in the real love, not the fantasy crap, like the real love where you're with somebody and through somebody even when they're having their tough times. And that's, I want to stick it out. I want to believe in that. So this song, Tommy, this song is for Tommy. This is for you.
Can't let go of this feeling.
I won't give up on you.
Well, how about this? Now you're shut off. Hey, you drunkie, get your hands away from my wife. Who the hell do you think you are?
Tommy, what are you doing? Tommy, this isn't a word show. You're embarrassing me. You're embarrassing everybody.
What? Oh, well, oh,
You said you weren't even gonna come. You said you didn't care.
well, maybe I do care. I come here to support you, and you badmouth me, tell everybody that I'm a worthless drunk and I can't provide for a family?
I never said that.
Well, why don't you tell them how you gave up on me when I needed you the most? Where do you get off telling everybody about my business in public like this? You know, I have half a mind to shut your mouth up for you. I'm gonna come up on that stage and give you a what for.
You take one step up here and you'll find your ass on the floor.
All right, yeah, and who's gonna do that, you cripple?
Okay, I'm gonna put my Bob out just to work here. Murph, escort Mr. Hennessy out of the building.
Tony, get your attack dog off me. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Okay, let me go. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm leaving this rat trap anyway. And I can't stand to hear any more of these wimpy sob stories. Ugh.
I'm sorry, folks. I want to apologize. This kind of behavior doesn't happen often in urban legends, but if you run a bar, you gotta expect the unexpected. You never know who's gonna show up. I think Mary could use some real love right about now. Okay. Next up, we got Jack Weber. What a talented guy. What do you got for us, Jackie? Come on.
All right. You know, I grew up in the Brickyard on Summer Street. My parents' house and the neighborhood, well, you know, they're all gone. But I still have some very fond memories of my childhood there. This song is about my worst memory. It takes place in the Brickyard, right about the time that I was hitting rock bottom. When I got back from Nam, I bounced around from place to place, and I ended up staying at the Alley Street Rooming House. All right? It was a real dive. And then one night, there was this real awful fire, you know? 4 people died, and 2 of them were my buddies. All right? The whole building was gutted except for remnants of the foundation. This town. This town is no stranger to arson. They call it Lynn's Urban Renewal, or Poor People's Removal. In our Alley Street fire, the smoke detectors were busted. The sprinkler didn't even work, and who did it? Well, our landlord had nailed shut the back door of the building. right? I can only guess he was afraid of people breaking in or something like that. Let me just ask you guys just a quick question, all right? All right. Who the hell would want to break in to a shithole like that? I mean, come on, right? Who? Arson was suspected, and I was lucky enough to get out the front door. Our landlord was brought up on not just one, not just two, not just three, but 4 charges of involuntary manslaughter. And he got off, just like the smoke. He got off. Innocent, my ass. I should go burn down his mansion in the hunt. All right? Let him feel what it's like to have your clothes on fire and smoke filling your lungs and your skin melting like the All right, enough. Let's get back to the song. This one is called The Brickyard Blues. 1, 2, 3. Hot summer night with the wind blowing right. Our landlord was creeping and he was keeping out of sight. He had money on his mind, gasoline in his hand, and 4 people to the promised land. Can't go home. I can't go home. I can't go home. In a whole lot of brickyard blues. Just a whole lot of brickyard blues. It's
true. Thank you, Jackie. Okay, we're now coming up on our last performance of the evening. But first, I want to remind you of your important role as judges. They're all terrific, aren't they? They've worked very hard to give you an excellent sample of the very best in local talent. And how about the Blue Blazers, my red hot house band? They're fantastic. Now, I know you hate for the show to end, but you can stay when it's over. You know, the contestants, the band members will be at the bar for a meet and greet. But now, I'd like to welcome to our stage our final performance, Miss Shakira Murray. If I was only 30 years younger.
What if I was 30 years older?
Well, then I'd be in real trouble. My wife is in the house. I better keep my mouth shut. One more time, Shakira Murray, everybody.
Tony Tag the music, man, Lynn. This next song goes out to my Uncle Ned. He passed away last year, but I feel his spirit here tonight. He was my mother's oldest brother and the father I wish I had. He taught me a lot about Lynn's history and a lot about life. He was white himself, but he taught me to be proud of my black heritage. He taught me about Frederick Douglass, my hero, who was an escaped slave that became a famous abolition leader. Did you know? Douglass spent several years living in Lynn, where he gave his first speech and wrote his autobiography. He also led the boycott against the Eastern Railroad Company when he was forcibly removed from the white-only section of the train. He won that battle and desegregated the railway lines. This happened right here in Central Square in our neighborhood. And it was 100 years before Rosa Parks. Uncle Ned also taught me about the Hutchinson family singers. In the 1840s, they went around the country singing songs about abolition and equal rights for women. They gave concerts at High Rock Tower. Makes me wonder, why not? Why not another famous singer from Lynn? Why not me? Back in the 50s and 60s, Uncle Ned was a civil rights activist. He joined in sit-ins and accompanied protest singers with his guitar. One time, he sang me a song, or a line from a song, that he heard from the demonstrators. It went like this. I'm gonna walk right into heaven by the light of day. I used that line in the song I'm about to sing that I also sang at his funeral with my church choir. It's a mixture of blues and gospel. Here it is, By the Light of Day. I was lost in darkness, demons everywhere. I wandered alone, without hope, without care, and then my eyes were rolling
proud of you just the way we are. Okay, now it's time to vote. So find your ballots. Yeah, it's time. Mark your favorites. But only one ballot apiece. You over there, you must be from Lynn. Yeah. Okay, but first we have a special grand finale. I've invited the contestants to come forward and sing a song I co-wrote with Albie when we first started our Blues Awards show. It's called Beyond the Blues.
When I look back at my past and the struggles I've been through, if it wasn't for music, I wouldn't know what to do. When I sing my songs and pick up my guitar, travel to different world, a world beyond the stars, beyond the blues. There's a rainbow over there, beyond the blues. There's a mood I'm breaking through, beyond the blues. There's a chance for something new, beyond the blues. Beyond the blues, beyond the blues. There's hope for me and you.
When my life spins out of control and there's nothing I can do, I've got to survive and feel something new. I put on a blues record and then I sing along. Singing in harmony just makes me feel so strong.
Beyond the blues, there's a rainbow overdue. Beyond the blues, there's a mood I'm breaking through. Beyond the blues, there's a chance for something new. Beyond the blues, beyond the blues, beyond the blues, there's hope for me and you. I'm a working man, and I sing through my soul. I tell stories about my life, how the hard times took their toll. I traveled through this land, been treated like a lesser man, not a branches in heaven. Won't be in the promised land. Beyond the blues, there's a rainbow overdue. Beyond the blues, there's a mood I'm breaking through. Beyond the blues, there's a chance for something new. Beyond the blues, beyond the blues, beyond the blues, there's hope for me and you.
When I get the blues, I can't stop feeling bad. I just can't let go of what makes me so sad. Cry out and cry, I break but I fight. When I hear music from above, it's the melody of love.
Beyond the blues, there's a rainbow overdue. Beyond the blues, there's a mood I'm breaking through. Beyond the blues, there's a chance for something new. Beyond the blues, beyond the blues, beyond the blues, there's hope for me and you.
Well, that was fun. Albie, Mary, Jack, and Shakira. Okay, I now have the results of the voting. They all deserve an award, don't you think? But there can only be one winner tonight. So, if I can have a drum roll, please. The winner of the 1982 Beyond the Blues Award is Shakira Murray.
It's fine, Tony. I know you're good for it. Thank you so much.
Congratulations, Shakira. Here's your trophy, and your check will be in the mail.
I want to thank everyone here tonight, the band, my fellow singers, Tony, this community. I'm going to get my guitar.
Here's your blood money, Judas.
I'll be back in a couple months for the rest of the money. Before you go bankrupt, remember that.
In a couple months, you'll be rotting in jail. Get the hell out of here. Okay, folks. Did you have a good time tonight? Let me hear you say yeah. Well, you too. I want to thank you for supporting our contestants tonight at our annual Blues Award show. With your financial help and the grace of God, we'll continue to keep the urban legend alive in Lynn. I want to invite you to stick around until closing. Belly up to the bar with our band members and our contestants. Don't be a stranger. Become part of the Urban Legend family. We'll be organizing some fundraisers real soon, so come on back with more friends and listen to our fantastic music every weekend right here in the heart of the Brickyard. Good night.